Good morning, Governor, distinguished guests, public safety professionals, elected officials, healthcare partners, private sector leaders, and fellow emergency management professionals. Thank you for the opportunity to let me speak with you today. It is truly an honor to stand before you as the newly appointed director of our state's emergency management agency. I am humbled by the trust that has been placed in me and excited about the opportunity to work alongside all of you as we prepare this state for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. My name is Joe Barron Jr., and I have spent more than 2 decades serving in the fire service. During that time, I've had the privilege of serving as a firefighter, company officer, department training officer, an operations chief, a deputy chief, and now, most recently, fire chief. Throughout my career, I have responded to structure fires, hazmat incidents, severe weather emergencies, mass casualty incidents, and countless situations that required cooperation amongst multiple agencies and jurisdictions. One lesson has remained constant throughout every emergency I have faced. No single agency can do it alone. Emergency management is and always will be a team effort. Success built through relationships, trust, planning, and collaboration long before disaster strikes. The strongest emergency management systems are not measured solely by their response capabilities, but by the partnerships they build and maintain every day. As I begin this new role, I would like to share my vision for the future of emergency management over the next 4 to 5 years. My vision is simple: to build a resilient, prepared, and unified state capable of responding to any hazard through innovation, collaboration, and community trust. To achieve that vision, we must focus on 5 strategic priorities. First, preparedness. Second, resilience. Third, partnerships. Fourth, technology and innovation. And fifth, workforce development. These priorities will guide every initiative, every investment, and every decision that we make moving forward. The first area that I would like to discuss is improving emergency management effectiveness during incidents. The nature of emergencies continue to evolve. Natural disasters are becoming more frequent with greater severity. Cyber threats continue to increase. Public health emergencies have demonstrated how quickly a crisis can impact every aspect of society. To meet these challenges, we must strengthen our emergency management framework. Over the next several years, I intend to enhance statewide emergency planning, increase regional coordination, and improve situational awareness capabilities. We will continue strengthening our use of the Incident Command System and the National Incident Management System to ensure that agencies can work seamlessly together, regardless of the type or size of the incident. We will invest in Emergency Operations Center capabilities, improve our information sharing, and leverage technology to support decision making. Our goal is straightforward: faster coordination, better resource management, and more effective outcomes for the communities that we serve. Another critical component of emergency management is the effectiveness of specialized teams during disasters. Specialized teams provide unique capabilities that often determine the success of complex operations. Urban search and rescue teams, hazardous materials response teams, swift water rescue teams, technical rescue teams, incident management teams, and public health response teams all play essential roles during major emergencies. Over the next 4 to 5 years, we will work to enhance these capabilities through increased training opportunities, standardized equipment, better regional cooperation, and expanded deployment readiness. Specialized teams must be prepared not only to operate independently, but also part of an integrated statewide response system. Next, I would like to discuss the role of fire departments and emergency medical services during disasters. Across our nation, fire departments and EMS providers are often the first point of contact during emergencies. Whether responding to a hurricane, tornado, flood, wildfire, active threat incident, or public health emergency, fire and EMS personnel provide immediate life-saving services when communities need them most. As disasters become increasingly complex, the integration of fire and EMS resources become even more important. One of my goals is to strengthen disaster medical planning and improve coordination between EMS agencies, hospitals, public health organizations, and emergency management agencies. We must prepare for mass casualty incidents, large-scale evacuations, medical surge events, and prolonged disaster operations. Building resilient healthcare partnerships will be critical to ensuring our communities receive the care they need during these emergencies. Another key priority is developing strong partnerships with the private sector and elected officials. The reality is that much of the critical infrastructure our communities depend upon is owned and operated by private organizations. Utilities, telecommunications providers, transportation companies, healthcare systems, fuel suppliers, and major employers all play vital roles during disasters. Emergency management can no longer operate independently from the private sector. Over the next several years, we'll actively strengthen public-private partnerships through planning initiatives, resource sharing agreements, joint exercises, and collaborative preparedness programs. We will also work closely with elected officials at every level of government. Educating policymakers about emergency management challenges and preparedness needs help ensure informed decisions and appropriate resource allocation before a disaster occurs. Strong relationships with elected leaders create stronger communities. In addition to local partnerships, collaboration with state and federal agencies remains essential. No matter how capable we become, there will always be incidents that require additional resources and support. Our partnerships with FEMA, the Department of Homeland Security, state police agencies, public health organizations, and the National Guard provide critical capabilities during these major disasters. My goal is to strengthen these relationships through regular communication, joint planning efforts, training opportunities, and coordinated exercises. Emergency management works best when relationships already exist before the emergency occurs. Another area that deserves special attention is wildland firefighting and mutual aid coordination. Although wildfire risks vary by the region, climate change, prolonged drought conditions, and expanding development into wildland areas continue to increase wildfire threats across the country. Massachusetts is no different. We've witnessed longer fire seasons, more destructive fires, and greater demands for response resources. To address these challenges, we will focus on enhancing regional wildfire response plans, improving mutual aid agreements, expanding training opportunities, and coordinating better resource deployment strategies. Mutual aid remains one of the most valuable tools available to emergency managers. The ability to rapidly share personnel, equipment, and expertise across jurisdictional boundaries significantly enhance our ability to manage medium and large-scale incidents. Now, I would like to discuss several emerging trends that will shape the future of emergency management. The first is building trust within our communities. Trust is one of the most important resources we possess during emergencies. When people trust their emergency management agencies, they are more likely to follow evacuation orders, heed emergency warnings, participate in preparedness efforts, and support local recovery initiatives. Building trust requires transparency, accountability, and consistent engagement. Over the next several years, we will increase our outreach efforts, strengthen public education programs, improve communication strategies, and ensure our emergency planning processes include diverse community perspectives. Prepared communities are resilient communities. The second emerging trend is taking care of our responders. The men and women who serve in public safety face extraordinary physical and emotional challenges. The cumulative effects of repeated exposure to trauma, stress, and operational demands can have lasting impacts on responders and their families. As someone who has spent a career in emergency services, this issue is deeply personal to me. Responder wellness must be treated as a strategic priority. We will continue expanding behavioral health resources, peer support programs, critical incident stress management initiatives, and wellness programs throughout the state. Protecting those who protect others is both a responsibility and an investment in operational readiness. Another important priority is building diversity and equity throughout emergency response organizations. Our communities are becoming increasingly diverse, and our workforce should reflect the population we serve. Diversity strengthens organizations by bringing different perspectives, experiences, and problem-solving approaches to the table. We will work to recruit, develop, and retain a diverse workforce while promoting inclusive leadership practices and cultural competency training. Strong organizations embrace diversity as a strength. Training and professional development also remain critical priorities. The future emergency manager must be prepared to address challenges that may not even exist today. Technology, climate impacts, infrastructure vulnerabilities, cybersecurity threats, and emerging hazards continue to evolve rapidly. To prepare for these challenges, we must invest in our people. We will expand leadership development programs, increase cross-disciplinary training opportunities, support continuing education initiatives, and conduct realistic multi-agency exercises. Prepared personnel remain our most valuable asset. Technology will play an increasingly important role in emergency management. Advancements in artificial intelligence, drones, geographic information systems, predictive analytics, and emergency communication systems offer tremendous opportunities to improve situational awareness and decision-making. While technology will never replace human leadership, it can significantly enhance our ability to anticipate threats, allocate resources, and support response operations. Our goal will be to responsibly leverage emerging technologies while maintaining a strong focus on operational effectiveness and public trust. As we look forward to the future, we must also acknowledge the growing complexity of disaster threats. Extreme weather events, cyber attacks, infrastructure failures, public health emergencies, and other emerging hazards require a comprehensive approach to preparedness. We cannot predict every disaster. However, we can build systems that are flexible, adaptable, and resilient. By investing in preparedness, fostering partnerships, supporting our workforce, embracing innovation, and strengthening community trust, we can ensure that our state is ready to meet whatever challenges lie ahead. In closing, I want to return to the principle that has guided me throughout my entire career. Emergency management is not about any one person, agency, or organization. It is about all of us working together toward a common goal. Every firefighter, police officer, paramedic, nurse, emergency manager, elected official, business leader, volunteer, and community member play a role in building a safer and more resilient future. Together, we have the opportunity to create an emergency management system that is stronger, more prepared, and more capable than ever before. I am excited to work alongside each of you as we move forward. Thank you for your service, your partnership, and your commitment to protecting our communities. Remember this: prepared together, resilient together, stronger together. Thank you, and I look forward to working with all of you in the years ahead.